In this video, I'm going to be making one of 5 of my favourite autumn dishes that you can try at home. My name is James Howe, this is Chef at Home. So today I'm going to be making a classic beef stew with proper dumplings. If you want to get a good amount of flavour into this right from the off, you need a good base. Now the classic way to do this is what's called a mirepoix, which is a combination of carrot, onion, garlic and celery. Keep the vegetables quite chunky. Too small, they'll just disappear. A little bonus for those that struggle taking garlic out of the skin, cut a thin piece off so it exposes the bottom of the bulb, microwave for 20 seconds and they'll just fall out. So for our base, in with some rapeseed oil, we add onion, carrot, celery, garlic. Now you're going to hear this start to sizzle. This is low and slow. If this is too loud, your pan's too hot. Give it all a good mix. All we're doing here is just starting to cook these vegetables, just starting to soften them. You're getting a little bit of colour on there as well. Now it's on a low heat, so I can just leave this to its own devices for a few minutes while we look at the beef. Now for the beef, I've got 2 cuts, 2 inexpensive cuts, but absolutely beautiful. First off, I've got this piece of braising steak. The marbling on this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Second, I've got a couple of bits of beef shin. Really rich flavour that comes out of these once it's been cooked down over a number of hours. So now I just need to chop these down. Keep them again quite chunky. You don't want them breaking down. Be generous. Once this is all chopped into a bowl, and we're going to coat with a little bit of plain flour. Some salt, pepper, just give them a light dusting. You shuck off the excess, you should have a nice even coat. Now if we come back to this mirepoix here, see there's a nice bit of colour forming. Where there's colour, there's flavour. In goes the beef, and give that a good stir in. There's 2 things going on here that's worth pointing out. The first is by adding things in stages, we're creating layers of flavour. The second thing is that by coating it in flour, we're protecting the beef and stopping it from scorching. Plus, it's got a little added bonus of that later on in the cooking process, it's going to help thicken the stock to become a nice, lovely gravy. Now that the beef is starting to colour, I can add some more elements of flavour. First thing is I've got some chopped tomatoes, so in they go. Next, I'm going to pop in some herbs. So I've got here some lovely rosemary, whole stalks, in you go. 2 or 3 of them. Now I've also got some flat leaf parsley. So I'm just going to grab 2 or 3 bits of this and just give it a rough chop. In she goes. Now I've left this alone for about 10-15 minutes. Just let it simmer and everything is starting to come together. It's starting to marry. As I'm stirring, I can see at the bottom of the pan there's dried juice from all the vegetables and the meat. And it's starting to stick to the bottom. I want that flavour because that is beautiful, that stuff that's on the bottom of there. You don't want to miss out on that. So I've got a few things I want to do here to bring all that back into it. So first off, big old glug of wine. It was a Merlot, if anyone's interested. Let's stir that through. Oh, the smell. It's amazing. Then I'm going to hoist some butter in here because of course I am. If you know me at all, it's trained by the best in that regard. And then I'm just going to top this off with some water. Then my little secret bit of lemon juice. It's amazing what some citrus fruit can do to a casserole and to your stocks and juice. Now I can already feel at the bottom of here, the majority, if not all, of the bottom coating is lifted off, come back into the stew, and it's going to help thicken that up. Now, lid on, into the oven. I've preheated mine at 100. That's going to be in there for about 5 hours. While I wait for that, I'm going to knock up some dumplings. So in here I've got roughly equal measures of self-raising flour and beef suet. Now you can use vegetable suet, you can get proper beef suet from your butcher, or you can get the packets from the supermarket, whatever's easiest for you. Now into the flour, just going to put some water and start mixing that together. We're looking for a nice dough, not too wet, flinging it all over Ireland here, look at that. But not too dry, so that it's all crumbly. I only just thought I could have put this in the mixer. Me mind, too late. So now I'm left with two things. I've got a nice dough and a clean bowl. You can flavour this, you can put some herbs through it. You can put whatever the bleeding hell you like through it. I'll roll this out with a bit of a sausage. And I just want to chop away and shape. So you got something, yeah, big. A little bit bigger than a golf ball. Now I've got 10 nice dumplings ready to go in when the time's right. Time for a brew. Now this stew's been in just under 5 hours. Oh, by egg, that smells good. And I just want to add my dumplings in. Give them some space, because they're gonna spread out. Create a nice crust on top of here. Almost a cobbler. Quick shimmy, then into the oven. They're going to take about 90 minutes. My beef's out of the oven. Just look at that. Going to finish it off with a little chefy flourish. So that is my beef stew and dumplings. Thank you very much for watching. We're about to go demolish this now. Ta-da!